Folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you ever want to get in touch with the show, it's 706-889-9700, or you can email me, chief@fetchernews.com. You can follow us on Facebook, find our Facebook page, Fetcher News, or FYN TV. You can find that Facebook page, and also Team FYN Sports. Also find us on Instagram at Fetcher News and FYN TV. You can find us if you look hard enough. If you will go to our YouTube channel, that is Fetcher News FYN TV YouTube channel, and subscribe. Anytime we do a live broadcast, you'll get a notification that we're live on air. And also a couple announcements. Tomorrow we are at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and we're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and we have the Ask the Doc segment with Dr. William Whaley at 8:15. And then we have the All-Star Political Panel. And we have a new show that'll be starting Monday, a 1 hour. The only live online sports show. I mean, we're going at this thing from a multitude of different angles here, so many different angles. I mean, Amanda and Sam and Dave Garner and Luther Kinsey, the staff that's putting together. We got a whole team on this, don't we? I mean, Team FYN Sports. Amanda, we have a whole team working on this, right?
We do.
And it's really great. I mean, I'm really excited. And probably what's best is for the team is I haven't been involved. Or you want to chime in on that, or you want to just let that pass? I mean, I gave you an opening.
Yeah, we've totally taken it over.
Yes, okay.
You're staying out of it.
All right. So, yes, and Dave Garner, it's called Instant Replay, and we'll be covering everything. Go to FetcherNews.com Facebook page, and you can see the 2-minute video there, Team FYN Sports Facebook page, on what's coming up. Also, Dave will be joining us tomorrow for a brief minute to tell you about the show and what he's working on. That's Dave Garner, Dave Garner, I apologize for that, Dave, with Instant Replay. So what else we have? We do have a Pet of the Week from the Blue Ridge. The Humane Society of Blue Ridge will have a Pet of the Week, and be with us. So, well, one more thing. Well, I'm on a roll. Saturday, the State Insurance Commissioner debate for the Lanier Republican Assembly, the State Insurance Commissioner debate and fire safety will be Saturday, and your host here, BKP, I will be moderating that debate, and you can watch that live on FYNTV.com. Nikki Haley. Now, we talk about divide and conquer, okay? There's a couple things. Let me tell you what's tough on this show. Amanda, I want you to listen because I want you to know what's tough on this show for me. I want you to know just like the viewers. What's tough on this show is getting up in the morning and coming in here and trying to make sure we discuss things that have true information and not go down the rabbit trail, no pun intended, bunny trail of Playboy bunnies, not get diverted down the bunny trail that the media wants to go. Now, some of you out there, I hate to say it, you love the sensationalized stories. You love to hear that somebody was not allowed to wear their Trump hat in class in high school in the Midwest. I mean, I'm not making light of that, okay? You love the stories where somebody was wearing a Trump t-shirt and the teacher made them take it off. Fine. You love the stories of the professor out there, was it San Diego or whatever, that tweeted the very negative, ugly, gleeful comments that Barbara Bush, former First Lady, is dead. I don't say you love, but those are the things that you get caught up in sometimes. Don't get mad at me, you know, sensationalizing. And I'm not going to give the time of day to some of that stuff. I'm not. I mean, did you find the Playboy bunny? Okay. Now, I don't have my glasses on, but there's Trump in supposedly the Playboy bunny. These are things that happened years ago. They did not happen in the Oval Office, okay? These are things that the taxpayers did not. The taxpayers did not spend a dime on. You did not spend anything in a legal defense fund like William Jefferson Clinton. You did not spend anything at all on this whatsoever. If Trump paid the 130 to Stormy Daniels, or Cohen paid it and Trump reimbursed it, well, you paid not a dime. It did not come out of the RNC campaign finance account. It did not come out of the Trump for President campaign finance account. It did not. Not one of these accusations, true or false, cost the taxpayers one dime. Not one of these accusations, true or false, has taken the president away from the duties that he is doing for the American people. There is no way the media, if the media could, now think about this and these alleged affairs, if the media could frame something in the last 14 months of his presidency, that would be the juice. That would be the steak. That would be the sizzle. This is the steak. That would be the sizzle, folks. Because he would be in the White House. And the reason he can't get along with the staff is he's too busy with a Playboy bunny. Could you see that on the front page? And Trump leaves. Could you see the headline? Trump leaves. Put the damn picture back up for a minute. Thank you. I know I have such a charming personality today. Trump, would you see the headline? Trump leaves cabinet meeting to go through secret tunnel and diverts and leaves Secret Service agents in the dust to meet Playboy Bunny. Wouldn't that be the sizzle? Wouldn't it be? We've heard the stories of the secret tunnel for William Jefferson Clinton and the Kennedys and stuff. See, these low-life, no-good presidents of the United States spent your tax money and while you were paying them for the job. They bedded young ladies as married men while they were in the White House getting a paycheck from you. You understand? I mean, are you picking that up, folks? Any difference in this whatsoever? It's a big difference. Because he is 100% focused on the American people. He is 100% focused on you. This happened before. Whether you like this or not, the only one that should have a genuine concern here is Melania Trump, the First Lady of the United States. Outside of that, it's none of your damn business, because as President of the United States, when he took the oath of office, as President of the United States, nothing at all can they get him on as far as not being focused and on. The only thing they got is he plays golf. Now, that being said, you have a disgraced FBI, because I am so cautious. I come in and I read stories about James Comey. I will not come in here and highlight the cackling hens on The View that they just yuck it up. They get on there and yuck it up and they just have a great time. And I will not give Joey Behar the time of day of how they're really getting to the bottom of what happened with the disgraced former FBI director. I won't do it. Won't waste your and my time. Now, let me show you. We talk about the money. We talk about the $130,000, not a penny of taxpayers' money. We talk about Michael Cohen, the president's attorney. Okay? The president's attorney. FBI raiding his office and home for documents that exposed that he knew Sean Hannity. And we know Kimba Wood, all right, put her up. Kimba Wood, all right, former Playboy bunny. How ironic, okay? Former Playboy bunny. We know that this is the judge in the Southern District is hearing Michael Cohen's case on attorney-client privilege, all right? That she is the one, we know that this morning, that officiated George Soros' wedding. None of this is in the media. George Soros' wedding. I think I sent you that picture. If I didn't, okay. Kimba Wood and George Soros. She is the judge. We know that it was CNN attorneys and MSNBC attorneys that pressured Kimba Wood to release Sean Hannity's name. We know that. But yet Donald Trump is called a mafia boss by James Comey. You know, you're going to tell me this is old news, but there's something interesting about attorney-client privilege. You ever watch those old mob movies and you see, or even The Sopranos, even the most recent one, and you see they like to use weddings and parties, and they all gather over the punch bowl and whisper, all right, because they can't talk. They walk and talk. I mean, you go to The Godfather, it's the wedding. A wedding is when, you know, they all get together, they talk, okay? Do you realize the bust that could have been made at Hillary Clinton's 70th surprise birthday party? So you want me to believe, and this is old news, and I think I have, I don't know what pictures I have on this. Put up David Brock. Now, David Brock was at the surprise party for Hillary Clinton. Media Matters. David Brock is an American liberal political operative, author and commentator who founded the media watchdog group called Media Matters. David Brock was at the birthday party, okay? Now, they're talking about the $130,000, all right? Let's put up Dennis, is it Ching? I really don't know. Is that how you pronounce his name? How would you do it? Okay. Dennis Ching. Now, Dennis Ching is a guy that nobody talks about in the media, all right? And Dennis Ching, An Evening with Dennis Ching, Hillary Clinton's campaign national finance director, all right? So if he's the campaign national finance director, I wonder if he knew anything about all the payments that went out for Hillary Clinton. So I looked up this article. He was at the birthday party, all right? Now, you got to realize the only reason I am doing this morning is we're talking about Stormy Daniels, a former porn star. We're talking about a fake dossier from Steele, okay? Steele, I forget his first name again. That is a fake dossier that cannot be confirmed, that the former disgraced FBI Director James Comey told Donald Trump in the first meeting he could not confirm its authenticity, true or false. We know the dossier was used to obtain a FISA warrant. We know that Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and McCabe all got together looking for insurance policies. We know an exoneration letter was written in advance for Hillary Clinton. We know she was not under oath on July 3rd, and he came out July 5th with his statement that she was exonerated. We know. Okay? That's it. We know. Flip over to Trump. Fake dossier, FISA warrants, a porn star for a $130,000 hush money payment that claims that somebody threatened her in a parking lot, that the media is going crazy over a sketch. a former Playboy playmate. The list goes on, folks. It's a disgrace of what's happened. But yet, a guy like this, the birthday party. Now, this article is from the Daily Beast, and it came out. This is on the on August of 2015. Okay, this is 2015. We're going into the campaign. Dennis Chang, the finance director of the Hillary Clinton presidential campaign, the man behind what has been predicted to grow to a $2 billion operation, is serious, soft-spoken, unflappable, and a fiercely loyal to his boss. He is never quoted by the press. He doesn't participate in profiles. He won't interview. He doesn't head to cable TV to defend Hillary Clinton against Republican onslaught in the political media sphere, in which contact with the Clintons can be a golden ticket to every green room of your dreams. Chin is determined to be unseen and unheard from. But if some Republican operatives have their way, he's about to become the face of the Clintonian corruption, right? To hear them tell it, Ching is the Clinton family's shadowy and silent partner, one who bounces between the various planets in the Clinton universe, tasked with one job that the Clintons value above all else: gobbling up hordes of cash. Okay? And they plan to make Ching known as known to the wider public, hoping that he becomes the face of the interwoven worlds of Hillary Clinton. And if it hurts her fundraising too, well, that's all the better. They point to his time as a fundraiser for Clinton's 2008 presidential bid, his time as deputy chief of protocol in Clinton's State Department. Okay? This guy was deputy chief of protocol in Clinton's State Department, and from there to the Death Star, otherwise known as the Clinton Foundation. Ching has been at the heart of the Clinton's family money machine for years, reading the opening gaffe of a background report provided to the Daily Beast that was together by the Foundation of the Accountability and Civic. Now, let me say this. I don't want to go any further into this article because we find it interesting in the relationship between the Clinton Foundation and the State Department, said Matthew Whitaker, FACT DC Executive Director. Okay, for nearly a decade, Dennis Ching has been one of the main power players at the heart of the vast Clinton money machine. He was one of the leaders of the Clinton Foundation apparatus that raised nearly $250 million, including money from foreign governments, and remains a key figure in the 2016 operation that pledged to raise record-breaking $2.5 billion. Okay, the idea of picking out an otherwise anonymous staffer and portraying him as a modern-day Democrats did it to Karl Rove, Republicans to Axelrod and Valerie Jarrett. Now, that being said, this guy here, okay, we know what happened in the State Department. We know how Hillary Clinton intertwined the Clinton Foundation, okay, the State Department, and her campaign. Right there it is in one person. This guy was officially involved in the State Department with Hillary Clinton. This guy was officially involved in raising money from foreign leaders for the Clinton Foundation. This guy has been involved financially in everywhere Clinton has been. But we're looking at a $140,000 payment to a porn star that may have come sleight of hand out of a campaign checkbook. Didn't happen, folks. All right? But people like this, in the billions, under the radar, never talked about, never touched, never reviewed, never looked into. Republicans, you hold as much responsibility as the Democrats. I just wanted to say, because at that, you can leave him up there as I talk, but at that 70th birthday party, how about getting your story straight? Huh? Maybe the surprise party on 10/2017, maybe the surprise party spotted at Hillary Clinton's surprise 70th birthday party. I really don't think this was a surprise birthday party. It is old news, but I think it was getting the story straight. There was, let's see, who all was there? Terry McAuliffe, the governor of Virginia, that then became the fundraiser for who else? Andrew McCabe, former FBI director, and let's see, who else was there? Tony Podesta, John Podesta, all right? It just, David Brock, David Kendall, all right? Sidney Blumenthal, Uma Abedin, all right? Just saying, Sidney Blumenthal. How about knocking the door down of some of these people? Do you think around the punch bowl this group got together? And there was attorneys there. Hillary Clinton's attorney was there. Maybe they all discussed how to cover themselves for everything that was upcoming. Just saying. Don't know why I went that direction, but every day I keep wondering why people much like this, why the Republicans that have control of everything are not, if it has to be in handcuffs, wheeling these people in. Donald Trump will do it. I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. I don't want to get sidetracked. I do have another focus I want to deal with, all right? Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers, and North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I understand. I know it's been almost 2 hours. There's nothing on the desk but one book, and they think it looks great. They think it's much better. I don't know. I do know this. I can understand Amanda. I'm going to say it in public on the air. I'm really not even fit to be around. I can understand that. What do you have something this morning? I mean, what the hell? Do you have something? It's 9:30.
Are you in a slump?
Am I? No, I'm not in a slump. Did you say that? I'm not in a slump. Let me tell you something. All right. I mean, what the hell's today?
It's Thursday.
Well, I wasn't here Monday. It wasn't here Monday. So Tuesday, I had to get a new phone, right?
Yeah.
Was it Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. And it's okay. I really like the new phone, but you don't realize till you have to get a new phone how much other stuff you had in the phone and how many things you got to do. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Oh, I know.
So Tuesday was frustrating a little bit. I love the phone. What the hell? Is this a phone segment? What do you have?
Well, we missed something on Stormy Daniels yesterday when we were
talking
about it.
Oh my God, not the double D's.
Don't start.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Stormy I'm going around yesterday and trying to find new stuff about her, and I come across a Politico interview.
Wait a minute, let me just say something, okay? You know, I can't see across the room, all right? Without my glasses, you know that, right? And I don't have my glasses on, right?
Right.
So usually when you put something up, I can't see it, right?
Okay.
This is one time I can see it.
Oh my God.
Just wanted you to know. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to play. Okay, first I watched her and her lawyer's interview on The View. And you know how much I hate The View, so it was pretty painful.
You're really pushing my buttons right now.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so John McCain's daughter is asking her about, why... She was very polite about it, but she was asking her, why should you be credible due to... she didn't come out and say this, but basically hinting around at duty or profession. Well, I'm sitting and listening to Stormy's responses, and at first to me, she didn't sound intelligent, but she can actually hold a political conversation and is actually very proactive in Washington with sex trafficking marches, with anti-child pornography. This is not her first time in Washington. Also, this is not her first time being around political figures like Hillary Clinton.
Wait a minute, slow down. I'm going to let you go on. Do you realize, you're going to have to think this out, all right? Do you realize that about 4 times concerning a conversation on this porn star, you used "this is not her first time"? Just letting you know. I want you to think that out. This is not her first time. This is not her first.
She's no dumb blonde. I'm telling you, she is no dumb blonde. And with our software, I don't know if this is going to work correctly. I'm going to wing it. But I've actually got a recording.
We're going to wing it, folks.
I'm going to wing it. But I've got a recording from Politico where she had called into one of their podcasts where she is talking about her political stances, and this has been a couple months ago. I think actually this might have been before she, or right around the time she first came out with the whole scandal. So I'm gonna go to that real quick.
Sort of known as Hollywood for ugly people. This could pose a problem for you. You might not actually fit in.
I'm used to not fitting in. It's okay. And let's face it, there's no names that they can call me that I haven't already heard. So bring it on.
And perhaps we need a bit more spice in our lives here. So actually, you might be a welcome addition. Are there any politicians here that you look forward to hanging out with, or meeting, or working with on Capitol Hill? Should this actually bear out in terms of an election?
Hey, I guess we should aim for the top, right? I would love to meet the First Lady. I think she's pretty awesome.
Is it safe to assume
she's not actually a politician, I guess, but I mean, she's not really a politician, but she's married to one, so that'll do.
Yeah, close enough. I mean, is it safe to assume that you're a Barack Obama supporter?
You know what? I am. I agree with a lot of the things he says. I'm really hesitant to say who I do and who I don't support, because I think that by naming the politicians and the candidates that I endorse, it might actually hurt them.
That's a very good point. Well, then in that case, talk about maybe some of your colleagues in the adult film industry. Do most of them support Barack Obama?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we were all big fans of the Clinton era. We believe what goes on in people's bedrooms needs to stay in their bedrooms, and politics and government should stay out of it. And that wasn't really the case when Bush was in office. And if you want to go back to who my choice was for president, I was all about some Hillary Clinton. I thought she made an excellent president the first time around.
Well, let's help the voters of Louisiana out here and try to get a rundown of your views. Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-choice. I'm not saying I think abortion is a great thing, but I believe you can't take away people's rights to choose.
What about tax cuts? Do you support more tax cuts or less?
I think everybody. Definitely pro tax cuts. I'm pro funding for schools. I'm definitely for sex education. I know that Vitter's definitely anti-sex education and condom, but I believe that withholding I was always taught that not telling someone all the details was the same as lying, and we as Americans have the right to make an informed decision, and we can't do that without all the information.
What about the information?
Okay, so what you're telling me is there's a strong possibility that once again this leads back to the Clintons, and Stormy Daniels actually likes Hillary and pro-Hillary. Is that what you're telling me? Are you telling me all the porn stars were siding? What are you telling me this morning? I mean, I am shocked by that information. You are. I can't hear you.
You're shocked by that information?
No, I'm being facetious. Is that the word?
I know. I was about to say, wow. No, I think that I don't want to say that it didn't happen. There is a part of me that believes that it did happen. You know,
what happened? What happened? I'm naive.
The affair.
The affair. What is it? The Fargus affair? I mean, what affair? It was known.
The Stormy Trump affair.
You think it happened?
But it happened a long time ago, and I feel like the Clinton Foundation found this information somehow and blew it out of proportion, like they always do.
So you think?
And now they're going to compile it more and more and more.
So Stormy Daniels, which I do agree, this is a Clinton/Obama. This is all a setup. It's part of the deep state. I know people laugh at me. They think I'm ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
But if
you notice, you're not going to find another interview. That's the only one I've found with her saying stuff like that. And this was early on, so she wasn't coached here. And I mean, I don't know if you agree with me, and you also didn't listen to the whole interview, but she's an intelligent girl. She's no dumb blonde.
No, she's no boob.
Mm-mm.
I just don't know why. I can't help it.
Stop.
Is it my fault?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
It is? It's I think it's Anderson Cooper's fault.
Oh, man. I know. It is Anderson Cooper's fault.
You know, the only thing I was thinking, the only thing I was thinking the whole time he was interviewing her, Anderson Cooper, those poor damn buttons.
Oh, I know.
Those,
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, and I'm the bad guy. Exactly. I'm the bad guy. And you were thinking the same thing. Those poor damn buttons. Man, they got their work cut out for them right now.
Oh, gosh.
All right, anyhow, let's see, I told you I didn't want to sensationalize the show. Now you had me laughing and giggling and everything, and I told you I didn't want no laughing and giggling today. Amanda, I want to tell you how much I appreciate that, because that is actually good work. I appreciate that. That's good for the audience. All jokes aside, that does bring information that I like to have our audience get, and that's a great job, because saying most of the people in the porn star industry are, were supporting Hillary Clinton. She actually supported Obama. They all support Obama. They didn't support George Bush, so on and so forth. So is it very clear that this is right along? See, actually what you did today actually lines up with, how can you look at like her sham 70th birthday party? This is a long time ago. It's old news. How can you look at that sham surprise? Really?
Yeah.
Do you realize how many people in that room at that party had to have clearances? And do you not realize that Hillary Clinton is a former first lady, whether you like it or not, and their Secret Service, and everywhere she goes, that she has a team that has to know who's going to be in attendance and who's going to be there in advance. So to put the word surprise, I know it's old news, and all of this going down, and she had all of her corruption team around her. So you're telling me that this Stormy Daniels thing could not just be a fluke, that something happened? Oh man! So you think Trump? You think Trump?
He was either at the wrong place at the wrong time too many times.
Too many times.
Or, it happened, and it probably wasn't extensive as she tries to make out, because she tries to make out like they, were carrying on an affair. And
yeah, I don't think actually anything went as far as she claimed.
Yeah, in this Politico article, her nickname that he gave her, pet name, is Honey Bunch.
Wait a minute, is what?
Honey Bunch.
What the hell's Honey Bunch?
Honey Bunch, that's her pet name.
Who doesn't say Honey Bunch? I mean, it's like Peanut Brittle. Who doesn't say Honey Bunch?
Is that Lisa's pet name, Peanut Brittle?
No, what the hell's wrong with you? Did you have a lapse? We're going to send you right out to have... what the hell is wrong with you? I'm just saying, I mean, I know you're not allowed to say, right, there's a whole list. You can't say sugar, right? How you doing, sugar? You can't say babe, right? Babe's totally off the list. You can't say darling, right? Darling is gone, right?
What's wrong with darling?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It makes me nervous, right?
That's his pet name for her, though.
I understand, damn it. What the hell you think? I'm crazy? What I'm saying is, I mean, Honey Bunch, I don't know. I've got uncles that said it before, but they, just say it. Just say it. What's up there, Honey Bunch? All right, let's move along. Very good. Anything else on the stormy weather front there as you're doing the forecast?
No, I'm going to continue studying the stormy forecast, but, that's one reason why I wanted to bring it up, too, is because I have not heard... I'm thinking, I actually Googled yesterday, who is she into politics? Like, because I really don't think that this just started as a, hey, why would you blow the whistle in the first place if you were paid hush money? There is a reason she is getting funded to blow her cover. There's no reason why it might not be the amount that she may have wanted, but I mean, you're getting $130,000 to keep your mouth shut. It's a pretty easy job. So someone else is paying her even more to open her mouth.
Right. I think I'm with you on that. I think this is a far cry from the 100. I thought it was 140 grand.
Oh, and yesterday.
Oh, and there's something else, huh?
Yeah, I asked Alexa how much she's worth. And guess how much she's worth now?
No, I don't want to gloss over you asked Google. You asked Alexa?
I asked Alexa, and Alexa knew.
Wait a minute, what the hell? So you got an Alexa at the house?
I got 3 Alexas.
Huh?
I have 3 Alexas.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I have 3 wiretaps at home. But Alexa informed me yesterday that Stormy is worth $2 million.
I just got a text. Is Sugar Pie off the list?
Sugar Pie?
Yeah, they got your Honey Bunch.
No.
You can't say Sugar Pie?
No, that's just lame. Honey Bunch is lame. Good Lord. So, no. She's worth $2 million now. And before...
You know what? Let me ask you this. No. I got something. The hell with the $2 million, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, take me serious on this, although it sounds a little off color. So, my generation, or the generation before me, that went up to a lady and said, or we're at the diner. Let's go for the diner, right? And we say, darling Sugar Pie, can I get some more coffee? And now that's out, right? That's wrong. So what do they say today? Yo ho, yo bitch, can you bring me some coffee? Is that acceptable?
No.
Well, then what the hell do they say? I mean, what is a guy supposed to do?
Ma'am?
Ma'am?
Sir?
I think that's out the window too.
Oh, really?
I just wave. And they wave back. And they're like, I wave, and they're like, I don't know what the hell you want.
Yeah. No.
And then I point to the coffee cup. I don't know what to do. All right, get back to what you're saying. Alexa told you that Sugar D's was worth how much?
$2 million now.
$2 million?
Mm-hmm. And prior to that,
she parlayed that 140 into a couple mil.
Yeah, well, I think this is from since she's been publicized too, because she's not. I've actually looked at all the films that she has done. She hasn't done that much.
I believe more, and we got to wrap up because I've got 2 things I want to do. I believe more of the story with the Playboy Bunny than I do Stormy Daniels.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But the Playboy Bunny doesn't have hush money that could be tied to the campaign, tied to Michael Cohen, the attorney, tied to things that could, take Trump down.
Right.
It's just, Playboy Bunny or not, I mean, I don't know what to say you, but Stormy Daniels to me doesn't look good, okay? Just all jokes aside. But the Playboy Bunny, if you see pictures of her, she seems to be an attractive lady.
Right.
I don't even know if maybe I've done something wrong there. Stay with me here. I want to ask you a question on this.
Huh?
What say you? Okay. Now the governor of New York, Cuomo,
mm-hmm.
plans to restore voting rights for paroled felons. Now, there's a catch here, okay?
What's the catch?
All right, well, here's the thing. Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York announced on Wednesday that he intended to restore voting rights to felons on parole, a move that can open the ballot box to more than 35,000 people. The mechanism through which Mr. Cuomo plans, to do this is unusual. He would consider pardons for all 35,000 people currently on parole in New York, as well as any convicted felons who enter the parole system each month. What say you?
What was the catch?
Well, the thing is all right, he would issue pardons for them first. See, if they're on parole, that means they're still serving out their term.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he would let 35,000, he would pardon them first. which means they're pardoned. They never did it, and then they would get to vote. I mean, do you just believe you're reading that kind of stuff?
But what was the stipulation for them to do that?
Just they need 35,000 votes.
Just to vote.
Yes, a move amounts to a legal sidestep of state legislature where Republican-controlled Senate has opposed many of Cuomo's proposed criminal justice reforms. Let me ask you your opinion, and yes or no, and I want to move to something else, okay? Should a convicted felon who has served their term and it's complete have their rights to vote restored?
I believe with a certain amount of time, there's a lot of flaws in the system, especially here in Georgia. I don't know about in other states, but I do believe after a certain amount of time that these kind of things should be reviewed. Like people who were got in trouble very young and then they grow up, have family, that sort of deal. They shouldn't have things follow them for the rest of their life. But I do believe after a certain age and you commit crimes, like there just has to be stipulations on it. It's just case by case basis for me.
I believe in the pay your debt to society,
right,
as they say. So if you've paid your debt to society, I think you should be able to move on. Amanda, thank you. Let me get this next story here. I appreciate you doing our stormy forecast of the morning.
You're very welcome. New
York Attorney General seeks power to bypass presidential pardons. Now, the president has pardoned Scooter Libby, and it has shot the nerves of the left. Okay, now Scooter Libby lied to Congress, right? I lied to the FBI. It's okay. You ever think about it? It's okay how many in the FBI lie, but they're not in prison. Who do they lie to? Themselves? Lying to the FBI is a crime. You know that, right? It's a crime to lie to the FBI. And what they do is they keep rotating these people in and catching them in a lie. Look at General Michael Flynn, all right? And so Scooter Libby, that ousted Valerie Plame, is that correct, if I remember right? The whole details there. But Scooter Libby, President Donald Trump rightfully pardoned him the other day. And he was convicted lying to the FBI during President Bush's administration. And they immediately had sent shockwaves because the media came out and said, hey, he is sending a message. You see, everything with Donald Trump, here's the thing when they're done. All of the talking heads, the Harvard Law School professors that they put on with the bow ties on all the shows, when they get done, okay, they can't find the crime in anything Trump has done. Can't find the crime. All right. If at most it's a slap on the wrist. Now, if what Bill Clinton did under oath, lying to the American people, lying to special counsel, all right, was an impeachable offense, which they brought up impeachment, articles of impeachment, and they did, but not a removal from office. All right. Let me just say here, I always like to dig into some things that maybe is not thought of. You see, Bill Clinton lost his law license. He could not practice, okay? They're gone, all right? So, big deal. You see, even if they impeach Donald Trump in the House, the Senate has to remove him. Remember that, folks. Bill Clinton was impeached in the House. But the Senate didn't vote to remove, meaning they did not have the hearings to remove. All right? And that's the second part of it. A lot of people say, well, they impeached Bill Clinton, but why didn't they remove him? Because that's the Senate. It goes to the Senate. It's deep, but that's how it works. You have not had a president, I'm not going to say you've not had a president impeached. I'd have to go through history. What I'm saying is, even Nixon just resigned, okay? Because when you resign, you're no longer under congressional authority and you're no longer under any obligation to report to Congress. And you're no longer, Congress is no longer able to ethically go further against you. Ask Nathan Deal. He will tell you, the governor of Georgia, just the facts of the facts. But the president has, the executive branch has the power to pardon anybody. And the left, their head is spinning off and they're a nervous wreck, okay? They're a nervous wreck that the president may have a list. The president's not going to be indicted, okay? End of discussion. But the left thinks that they can just damage him, one, by winning the House back and doing an articles of impeachment, okay, which are not going to look good, obviously, or a long list of people they rotate through the Southern District of New York, Judge Kimball Wood, maybe, or anyhow, as many as they can, and indict them. And how many of them will probably go through the state of New York? That's where Trump's from. That's where his, bada bing, bada boom. That's where his friends are from. That's where most of these things will happen, is in New York. So the New York Attorney General seeks power to bypass presidential pardons. Attorney General Eric T. Schneiderman of New York is moving to change the New York state law so that he and other local prosecutors would have the power to bring criminal charges against aides to the president who have been pardoned, according to a letter Mr. Schneiderman sent to the governor and the state lawmakers Wednesday. The move, if approved by Governor Andrew M. Cuomo and legislature, would serve notice that the legal troubles of the president and his aides may continue without the efforts of Robert S. Mueller III, special counsel investigating possible Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Under the plan, Mr. Schneiderman, a Democrat obviously, seeks to exempt New York's double jeopardy law from cases involving presidential pardons. Okay? According to the letter, a copy of which was obtained by the New York Times, the current law and the concept of double jeopardy in general means that a person cannot be tried for the same crime twice. There is a such thing in this country that's called the double jeopardy, and states have what's called the double jeopardy clause, meaning, hey, if you can't convict them the first time on this, not a hung jury, but a not guilty, you cannot have double jeopardy and get to try them again. But New York wants to exempt that so they can continue to go after Trump's friends in this matter. It is 10 o'clock, meaning tomorrow morning will be Friday. Today's Thursday. We'll be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, 8 a.m., and we will see you there. I do have to go. It's 10:01. I'm getting a hook over there in the studio. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. That's all I know to say. It's 10. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm out of here.